Hey, church. If you were here yesterday, then you know that yesterday we made a pretty big announcement regarding our building project as well as our Here to There campaign, and it was an exciting announcement. Everything is moving forward and it's looking great. But there were some things that we introduced yesterday that I wanted to take some time to just follow up on with the video. So I know I talked through a whole bunch of information really quickly yesterday, and so this way we could just kind of have it available to you. You can watch it whenever you have time to kind of think through some of this. Okay. But yesterday we talked about our building projects and that we have finished phase 2 of 3. So we have our admin and youth hangout space. We also have the youth activity center that was completed. An additional expense that wasn't included in the original proposal was the new parking lots out front, but those were just a necessity that we had to take care of. And so we have all of that stuff that has already been built and has already been paid for. So it's super exciting that there is no debt whatsoever on anything that we've done to date. What's even crazier is we have all of this stuff that we've built so far, and we have still almost $300,000 in the bank ready to move into phase 3. So that is incredible, y'all. So thank you so much for your generosity, for your faithfulness to this project, and to your commitments. And so that was kind of the catalyst of yesterday's conversation, was the commitments that have been made to the building project and where we kind of stand right now with that season. So in October of 2016, we launched the original Here to There building campaign. And during that campaign season, we asked for the church to make some commitments. And so in November of 2016, those commitments came in. And those commitments totaled, it's published on the bottom of the bulletin every week if you ever wanted to kind of look at that. But those commitments totaled $754,061. So that's what was committed to the original 3-year Here to There campaign in October of 2016. Here's what's crazy. Is to date, we're not even done with the campaign, and to date, we have already received $765,000. So we are $11,000 over what was originally committed. And we're not even done with the 3 years yet. So you guys are incredible. So thank you so much for your generosity and your faithfulness to this project. Now, we still have 7 months left of the original campaign. So for all of you who made commitments and you are still paying into those commitments and still funding those commitments, then we ask that you would please continue to fund your commitments. Every dollar that we get into this building campaign helps us even more as we move into phase 3, because we knew going in that we were going to have to incur some debt through the construction of our projects, and we just weren't sure exactly how much debt we were going to have to incur. And through your faithful giving to date, we haven't had any. We have no debt to date. But phase 3, the price tag of phase 3 is going to push us into some debt, and that's what we talked about yesterday. And the price tag for phase 3, we made these really cool cards. So if you didn't get one of these, be sure to grab one of these. It looks very similar to the first one, but the first one was blue, and the updated one is green. So if you weren't here Sunday, then grab a green card on your next time in, and you'll have all of this information, okay? But the construction cost right now of phase 3 is $1.2 million. Okay, now phase 3 is our children's ministry space and our new grand entrance. It's a large foyer area. It creates kind of this large thoroughfare for any future building expansion that we may have. Phase 3 opens us up to a lot of new and potential opportunities, okay? So phase 3 is a big project with the price tag of about $1.2 million, of which we currently have almost $300,000 of that in the bank right now. So we are a quarter of the way there, okay? It's phenomenal. Now, we still have about $900,000 that we have to make up, right? So we have gone to our bank, and we've been working with the bank for a while now, and we have been approved for a loan amount of $975,000. Now, we hope we don't have to use all of that. In fact, we're predicting we don't have to use all of that, but that's what we have available to us. So assuming, just for conversation's sake, assuming we do not receive another dollar given to the Here to There campaign, our estimated total debt at the finishing of construction would be $900,000. Now, the reason why I say assuming we won't have any more money given is because we still have 7 months of that original Here to There campaign remaining. Okay, so as the building is being built, our original Here to There campaign will continue on, and so our prayer and really our confidence is in the fact that you guys are going to continue to be faithful to your commitments, that funding will continue to come in, and so every dollar that comes in will go directly into that building, helping keep our debt as low as it can be. So one of the things that we talked about yesterday was a extension to the original campaign. Now, this is for all of you who originally contributed from the beginning. You made commitments at the very, very beginning. And so what we are asking is that you would, one, stay true to the commitments that you made and finish out this current 3-year campaign. So keep contributing to your current commitment all the way through the month of October 2019. That's whenever our 3-year campaign officially ends. But then we are asking you to consider partnering with us for an additional 24 months. So on the card that you can grab, the blue square and the gray square are speaking to those of you who had made original commitments and you are interested and willing to partner with us for 24 more months of giving. So if you're just wanting to continue giving what you have always been giving to the campaign monthly, then just communicate that to us in the blue square. If you want to partner with us for 24 more months, but it needs to be a different amount, then you can communicate that to us in the gray square. Okay. For the green square is for anybody who was here yesterday or now watching this video who has come to Grace since we launched this campaign. Maybe you've been at Grace for the last year and you knew we were in a building campaign, but you never had the opportunity to sign up to partner into it. Let this please let this be the opportunity that you join in. Okay. So what we did was on the green box, it's for you, and the green box reads that you will make a commitment over the next 32 months. And how we arrived to that is that's the remainder of the current campaign. So 8 months of the current campaign, and then the additional 24-month extension would give you your 32-month pledge season. Okay, essentially you can kind of think through it as we're making our 3-year campaign into a 5-year campaign, but we're not just asking you to take 5 years to give your original 3-year commitment. We're asking that you make a commitment above and beyond what your original 3-year commitment was, and here is why. Okay, we believe that we could be out of this debt in the next 3 years. Not 3 years from the end of construction, but 3 years from today. All right. We believe that we can be out of this debt over the next 3 years. Now, how do we arrive to that? Over the last 3 years, 2016, 2017, and 2018, that you guys as the church have given $749,159. Now that doesn't include anything that's already been given in 2019, which is a little over 16 grand. Okay, so if you throw that in, you have given over $770,000, $765,000. Sorry, public school math, right? So you guys have already given $750,000 to this campaign. That is awesome. But the way that breaks down is that comes out to roughly $250,000 has been given every year since 2016. If you as a church can continue to give at the level that you're currently giving at for the remainder of 2019, for 2020, and 2021 at $250,000 a year, that would be $750,000. Okay, so that's $750,000 added to the $300,000 we currently have in the bank would put us at $1,050,000. Now that leaves 150 grand of debt left that we as the church would have to figure out how to pay off, and we have a plan for that. Okay, whenever we build the new building, we're going to begin operating a 4-day-a-week day school program, which is double of the capacity that we're operating right now at 2 days a week. That school every month will make a payment to Grace that we will use to help pay down this debt amount. So the revenue that that school is producing will directly impact the debt that we have over this church. In addition to the revenue the school is producing, we as the church will also be budgeting in our yearly budget out of our general account to make a monthly payment to the note as well. So the church budget as well as the school will combine to get that additional $150,000 paid off. All right. So between this campaign, if we can maintain our giving as we have over the last 3 years, if we can continue that into the year 2021, and with the school and the church budget on top of that, we believe that in 3 years' time, we can be debt free. Now that's huge, and here's why. I believe that God has called us to even greater things. And I know that you're sitting at home, you're looking at me alone in my office, and I can say what, yeah, Stephen, well, you can dream all you want, but reality is reality. Well, here's the thing, is 4 years ago, you could not have convinced me that God would have accomplished what God has already accomplished in this place. He's blown my expectations out of the water. The vision that we entered into was not nearly the size that I feel God was ready to bless us with, and that has been evident, made truer every day by you guys, and by your generosity, by your heart and your faith and your commitment to this vision. And the problem with debt is that it would ultimately stifle what God is looking to do in the future. Not because God's not big enough. God could take care of the debt. I'm confident that he can. But I also think that we are in a position right now that if we would commit ourselves to continue to drive forward, continue to push and pursue what we know God has placed on our hearts, then there's no reason why in 3 years we can't be debt free. And in 3 years we could be prepared, better equipped and prepared for whatever God has for us next. Phase 3 is going to happen no matter what. I said that yesterday in church. Regardless of this continuation, phase 3 will happen. That was a promise that was made at the beginning of this campaign, and we will fulfill that promise. But if we can't get out of this debt sooner than later, then we can potentially be paying on this debt for a really long time, and that will just continue to hinder the ministry that we are able to do. If we would be able to do if we were debt free. So that's really the heart behind this. And I hope that we communicated that clearly yesterday. I hope that with this video, now that you can kind of sit down with the card and think through this a little bit, will make a little bit more sense. I'm available to you if you ever have any questions, if you have concerns, if you just need to figure out how do we arrive to the numbers that we arrived at, what exactly are we doing. I would love to share that with you. I'm excited about it, and I also know that we have a financial responsibility to these projects that we are pursuing. And while debt is a tool to get us there, we don't want to be enslaved to that. So we just want to be out of it as quickly as we can. So if you have any questions, you can email us here at the office, give us a call, and we'll be happy to sit down with you. You can grab us Wednesdays or Sundays or whenever you're up here. We'll talk you through it as well. But we are excited. The future is bright. I believe that the best is yet to come, and I can't wait to see what God does over these next couple of years as our growth continues, as our campus expands, as we have more space for more kids here at Grace. It is all exciting, and God's involvement is in all of it, and all the glory is due to him. So spend some time thinking through what you think your next level commitment can be over the 24-month extension to this campaign. If you've never partnered with us, I ask that you would please consider doing so, and just communicate that with the commitment card. All right. I think that's everything that I wanted to talk about, and if not, well, I'll just make another video. So I love you guys. Again, any questions, let us know. We look forward to what is coming, and we're excited about what God is doing here at Grace, as together he continues to move us from where we are to where he's calling us to be. Have a great week. God bless. Bye.